Hey there, this is Alicia from ayurvedawithalicia.com, and this is Thanksgiving week. So I really wanted to give you a little gratitude gift because I'm so grateful to have you in my life, and I want to show you a super simple, really easy recipe that you could make for your family and friends this week, Thanksgiving, if you're in a pinch for time, and even if you don't have a kitchen. I literally am coming to you today sitting on my living room floor. You can see I'm sitting on a cushion at my coffee table. And this recipe is pumpkin pie, but it's no bake. You don't have to cook anything, time anything. We're gonna put it all together here right now. So it's so amazing. And one of the things I love about fall is all of these squashes and root vegetable season. So I'm so excited. And actually I'm doing this from my living room because I couldn't bake regular pumpkin pie this year because my kitchen is currently under some renovations. So that's why I had to come to you from my living room coffee table. Normally I would probably use a blender and use I got this pie pumpkin so I could actually blend it up in the Vitamix and make a puree. You can roast pumpkin or steam pumpkin, but for today, because I am not able to do that, we're going to use organic canned pumpkin. I recommend organic for the low pesticides and just more nutrients will be in the food. And also, if you can, if it's available to you, a BPA-free liner on the cans. Anytime you're getting anything canned, that's a good way to go. So all you need for this recipe is a can of pumpkin. You need about a half a cup of maple syrup, real maple syrup, about a quarter cup of melted coconut oil, and that's what's going into your pie filling, and about a heaping, I wouldn't say about, as much cinnamon as you like. You can also use pumpkin pie spice. I love straight up cinnamon. I use sometimes cinnamon, a little clove, cardamom if you have it, fresh ginger, not fresh ginger, powdered ginger. So those are all good, or you can use like a pumpkin pie spice. So that's gonna go in the filling. We're gonna do that second. And first we're gonna make the raw crust. So the crust is just a pound of fresh dates or dried dates. It's easier to use the fresher dates that are a little more hydrated to make the crust because you really want the gooiness in the dates to help the crust stick together. And then we'll do 1.5 cup of nuts. You can really use any of your choice. For here I have 1 cup of walnuts and a half a cup of pecans. And then about a quarter teaspoon or so of pink Himalayan salt. And that's going to be your crust. So for my pie dish today, I normally would do like a pretty glass pie dish, but I'm actually going to give this pie away as a gift. So I'm going to use just an aluminum one. I don't usually use aluminum. It's not so great for your health, but I'm not cooking in it, and it'll be eaten up pretty quick. So it's not going to sit in the aluminum, but it is nice because it's recyclable. So if you give it away as a gift, someone can recycle the base. And I'm just putting it inside a pan just so that it has a little bit more hold to it as we're pressing the pie filling in. So let's get started, shall we? So once you have all your ingredients, we're going to start with the crust first, and you need a food processor as well. Food processor and a mixing bowl. So in your food processor, you're going to place the nuts, your 1.5 cups of nuts, and the salt. We're going to pulse that. And that will be the base. And then we'll take the top off, and you're going to put pretty much the whole pound of dates. So we'll just go ahead. You want to pull the pits out of the dates. These little guys, you don't want them to get stuck in there. So go ahead and throw all of your dates. And I love when I'm cooking, especially since it's Thanksgiving. Maybe you can think about what you're grateful for and how beautiful your year has been. Try not to focus on what you haven't accomplished or how you thought you may have been further along in some project by this time, but just think about all the amazing people in your life and maybe set some intentions for 2013. 2014. Set your intentions for next year whenever you're viewing this video. Set your intentions for the upcoming year. And I love treating cooking, for me, is like a meditation. So I like to put love into the food and think about the impact that the food is making, nourishing friends and family, nourishing myself. I put a healing intention into my food if I'm, trying to heal from something. So just some ideas for your thoughts as you go. I'm going to pulse this about halfway through the dates to see what the consistency is looking like. So we're waiting until it gets really sticky. So right now, it's kind of looking like a little crummy. So it's not going to stick together super well yet. So we're going to continue adding dates until it gets nice and gooey and easily sticks together. So what are you grateful for? What do you love about your life? What do you want to call in more of? Today, this week, next year. You're always recreating yourself. So in each moment, you get to choose what you want to focus on and what you want to build, or you can choose to think about things that aren't as productive, which our mind likes to do. But when you can become aware of that is when you'll have the most power to create what you really want. Move this aside. We've got all of our dates ready to go here. Doing good. I'm going to push these dates down a little bit. Sometimes it needs a little bit of a stir. So just push some of those dates all the way down so the blade can get at them. But this is looking awesome. Just about ready. So you can see how it starts to kind of clump up and ball up, right? So that's ready. So now you're going to dump this into your pie crust, your pie mold actually. And it's okay if you have a couple chunks of dates like that are still big. They'll be an extra treat. Or sometimes you can just throw them back in. I like to just create on the fly. So I wanted to show you guys this in real time so you could see. Like, it's not like some cooking show where everything's staged and like, oh, of course that's going to come out perfect because you have many takes. I want to show you how easy this is, like, now in real time in person. So I threw those extra ones over there. It looks like we're going to have plenty, otherwise you could leave them in. But now you're going to press. This is the fun part. Press your pie crust. Wow. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I sometimes put spices in my pie crust too. You could always do that. You have total freedom. This is your creation. So you can go ahead and you can add spices, you can mix up, you can do different kinds of nuts, do whatever your little heart desires. Or whatever your big heart desires. I'm sure if you were watching this here with me today, that you've got a huge heart. And you're making this pie for someone that you love. So totally doesn't have to be perfect, but it is going to taste delicious and look amazing. So, all right, there we go. So, lost my screen. Oh, you're back. Now I can see you. Now you can lick your fingers. Nobody's watching. I don't even have my sink here. This is so weird. I'm like wiping. Okay. Now you have your crust. Simple as that. So now all we're going to do is move this aside. You're going to take your mixing bowl, your can of pumpkin, scoop it out. Put all your delicious pumpkin in there. I'm going to try to show this to you. Ooh, I found a piece of crust. Okay. So you have your pumpkin here. You're going to pour in your melted coconut oil. Pour in your half a cup of maple syrup. Like I said, a quarter cup about of coconut oil, quarter cup. Half a cup of maple syrup, real maple syrup. And then a nice heaping, this is my little spice box. I love it. I just had to show you. Heaping teaspoon or more of cinnamon. I just put in a dash of ginger, just because I like ginger in just about everything. You can't taste it, really, in this pie, but now we're going to mix it all up. I hope you have your computer in your kitchen with me and are doing this together, because it really is this simple and quick. So if you have some lumps in your, where'd my fork go? I had a fork. If you have some little lumps, you can, I just don't have a whisk because I literally dug through my basement just to find a wooden spoon. So you can get those little lumps out easily if there's any lumps in your pumpkin. But just go ahead and whip this up. And then you're going to pour it right into your pie crust. Can you see? Okay. I need to hold it this way so I can just do it. I feel like we're hanging out together, don't you? It's kind of fun. Awesome. Whoops, there goes a little bit on the edge. Oh my gosh, you're gonna love this. Okay. And then this is all you have to do is just smooth it out over the top. And voila, you have a pumpkin pie. So, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Do you want to taste? Okay. The other thing I like to do is I'd sprinkle a little extra pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon over the top, just because it looks pretty. And now, because this has coconut oil in it, you can set it in the fridge and it will solidify a little bit more. So it will get a little bit more. Right now it's like super soft and like saucy like. So stick it in the fridge and serve it chilled. You can also get a coconut cream and make a whipped cream and stick it on top, and then you'll have like a totally vegan pie if you like that. This was a like total hit last Thanksgiving, and I think anyone, regardless of your audience, is going to totally love it. Whether they're vegan, vegetarian, meat, carnivores, omnivores, whoever you're bringing this to, they're totally gonna love it. And it's delicious and light. It's not as heavy as traditional pumpkin pies. So I hope you enjoy my gift to you. I hope you love it and you share it with those you love and give gratitude and thanks together, and just enjoy your time together. Okay? I will see you soon, my friend. Take care. Blessings.